The Pokemon TCG has had a pretty good year. Plenty of sets were released to keep collectors busy, and new card types were introduced to ensure the competitive scene is never predictable. Pokemon TCG even adventured away from the mainline games and embraced Pokemon Go. If the Scarlet and Violet cards are as good as the Sword and Shield ones were, the next generation of Pokemon TCG will be amazing. Although you can fit many different types of items into today's episode, we'll be discussing my top investment picks for 2022. Also stick around until the end of the episode for today's pro tip of the day. My number 4 pick for 2022 is going to be the Arceus Figure Collection box. Right now, this box is coming in still at $29.99, which is, in my opinion, an absolute bargain, and I'll tell you why. Tucked in behind in the left over here is a Cosmic Eclipse pack. That's something that you'll see in 2022 a bunch, is they have been sprinkling Cosmic Eclipse here and there, which is actually, in my opinion, tapered the value a little bit of that set, which is a good thing because Cosmic Eclipse, in my opinion, competes with the likes of Team Up in Sun and Moon, but that's for another episode. Also, you're going to see in the back here Chilling Reign, which is a very nerfed out and slept on set in my opinion, and then you'll see 2 Brilliant Stars. Not only are the packs cracked, it's based around a Pokemon that's very popular in the TCG, which is Arceus. It also comes with a little figure, which is pretty dope in its own respect. The big thing for me is this V card, which has no texture whatsoever. It's really just your everyday V card, but the artwork can contend with other alternate arts, and it might be argued that the artwork is better than other alternate arts in general. So that's something that I think that will add to long-term value. And this box, even still coming in at $29.99, and I believe that it retailed initially for $24.99, is an absolute steal, and it's still a bargain to this very moment. Number 3 on our list is going to be the Evolution Vmax collection boxes. So, as you know, or may not know, this specific set came in 3 different options. You had a Jolteon, Vaporeon, and Flareon. I personally own all 3, and I didn't want to clutter my desktop with all of the above, but the reason why I picked out Flareon is because it just is my favorite box of the 3. For me, it goes Flareon, Jolteon, and then Vaporeon. The thing that sets this one apart for me is this alternate art promo card. I mean, that's what we can just call them at this point. And this Flareon next to the fireplace, it just speaks to me. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comments down below. The Jolteon is obviously very dope as well, and so is the Vaporeon. But this box specifically is just absolutely bitch for me. Right now, I see these selling for about $60. They got as high, I want to say, as about $70 to $80, and they've cooled off a little bit. But long term, I just don't see anything wrong with them. Not only are the promo cards probably the best of 2022, you're also going to have a really good mix of different sets in this box. You will have a Rebel Clash in the back there. You're going to have Chilling Reign. You're going to have Fusion Strike. You're going to have some Vivid Voltage, and you'll have an Evolving Skies right there. I don't know that it's about the packs per se for me or anything else about this, not even the Jumbo card. It's really about these 2 alternate arts, which I think are going to fetch a price later on in life. And you're going to see these boxes, in my opinion, do well long term, all 3 of them. So if you have the means and the capability, I would get them as a trio, because I think that will bring some level of value if you can sell them as a set later on or use them for trade bait or fodder. Second on my list is going to be a little bit of a curveball, and it's not even English. It's going to be VStar Universe. So this set, guys, is obviously the newest right now as far as Japanese goes. This is the Japanese version of Crown Zenith, which Crown Zenith, well, I guess Crown Zenith is the English version of VStar Universe. This box, guys, comes with a warning. So these retail for $39.99. I've seen them sell as high as $130. I think they're right now at about $110, $115. They're going to feature some of the most incredibly sickest artworks and really the highlights from all of Sword and Shield. And it could be anything from promo cards to V cards, alternate arts, whatever it may be. Plus, they're going to add in some of their own specific artworks that they made for this set. This is a premium set for Japanese. This is going to age so well. One thing that I have a problem with just specifically is paying 3x retail. I'm highly against that, but this is one of those situations where it kind of is an item that I don't know that it will go back down in value. It's kind of a touch and go type of thing, and a lot of people feel that the price of this will come down with reprints that are coming in, I guess, January and February. But if they never do, they never will. And this box will probably do very well, and it will hang in there with the likes of Eevee Heroes and VMAX Climax. So I just see this set as, you know, going to the moon. I did not plan that whatsoever.
Get some help.
All right, guys, last but not least is going to be something that we've talked about all of 2022, and there was no other way that we could put a bow on this year than by talking about this set, and of course, that is Evolving Skies. So, Evolving Skies, guys, we've said that a lot this year. This is a set that I called out at the beginning of this year, and I said at $110, $120, this is a absolute bargain. I did get a little shade, I did get a little heat from some of the viewers, but I guess I'm a little bit vindicated in this case because these boxes are now selling for upwards of $280. And here's the thing that I see with this set. We've already seen a correction when it's come to price, but then gone back up. I don't know that these things can be brought down in any way, and they might just be completely tolerant to any type of economic or socioeconomic or any type of outside pressure, whether it's reprinting, multiple waves, releases in Costco. I don't know that this thing can be touched. And that's one thing that gives it a lot of validity for me is, for example, Costco just released Evolving Skies in a big way for a second time. First, it was through the ETBs. Now it's a featured set in a lot of their tin collection boxes, their value 5-packs, where the packs come out to $3 a piece. Imagine being able to buy this for $3 a piece at a big box distributor, but then you have to buy the booster box for $280, and that brings the pack price to what, $7, $8? So that brings a lot of sturdiness where I think this set might go. You may have an argument and say that Eevee Heroes is the one that's holding this set up, but it may be the other way around. I just don't know. So only time will tell. This thing is still in print. Nothing is really in print, but this is still in rotation and could be reprinted at any moment. But from what we've seen in the past, I don't even know if it will dent the value in any way. I mean, usually when you see a reprint, let's take Fusion Strike or Shining Fates, and you see a huge reprint in ETBs, or you see it in a big box distributor, it absolutely destroys the value of single cards, packs, all of the above. That hasn't happened with this set, so this is definitely an anomaly. I saw this same thing at the beginning of the year and called it out. I'm seeing the same thing at the end of this year. 2023 for Evolving Skies is definitely going to be a watch piece for me, and I can't wait to see where it goes. I know I say it every single episode, but I can't do it without you guys. I am so appreciative. I have so much just thankfulness and humbleness running through me at the end of this year, and just kind of reminiscing on how far we've come from the beginning of the year till now. I mean, we've come 40,000 new eyeballs from January to December, so that's a huge accomplishment. That's not easy to do, and it doesn't escape me, and I am thankful for it, and that's all I want to say about that. So lastly, guys, I want to get into today's pro tip of the day. As far as investing goes, I wanted to talk about something that is close to my heart and something that I saw in 2022 that I was happy to see, and that's been the price of vintage coming back down to a more realistic level. Some might say that vintage is still very high. I would probably be one of those people, seeing where it's come from 2016 and 2017 when I really got back into the hobby. Looking at the car prices now, it's still ridiculous, but it's not 2 years ago ridiculous, and I'm happy to see that. Other people might also say that vintage has reached its ceiling, and there's an argument for that also. I don't know that that's true, though, long term, and I'm going to tell you why. If you're one of these people that have the means and the ability to get into vintage, I think it's a very, very sturdy investment, specifically in PSA 10s. A lot of people ask me about BGS and CGC. I don't have anything against those other companies, but I'm a huge believer in PSA. I still think that they are the authority when it comes to graded cards, and they have the market cornered still, in my opinion. There are some exceptions, BGS, Black Labels, stuff like that, CGC 10s in some cases on certain cards where they're very low pop. There are certain exceptions to the rule, but in general, PSA, I believe, is the authority on value. And if you're able to get into that, I always revert back to population is king. Lower pop equals safer investment. That's my opinion. Take it for what it's worth, but that was my pro tip of the day. I was able to buy the dip in a huge way in 2022, And that goes back to you guys, believe it or not, because without you, I wouldn't have the means or the ability to be able to invest in such things. So once again, I thank you. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Bit of an old school feel. We might be doing this more in 2023. We'll see what you guys say about it. But that's going to be it for me, guys. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you on the next live or the next episode. Peace.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. It's time to hit the button already. Do it now. What do you think, I'm dancing for free here?